Are you considering moving to the city of Arlington, Texas? Well, Arlington is nestled right between Dallas and Fort Worth, giving it a unique vibe of its own. It may be famous for the AT&T Stadium where the Dallas Cowboys play, as well as Six Flags over Texas, but there's so much more to Arlington, including more affordable housing compared to the rest of the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs, as well as an endless amount of entertainment. Well, what's up, guys? My name is Casey McEwen, and I'm your local trusted real estate agent and investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And if you're finding this channel content on all things Dallas-Fort Worth valuable, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to stay tuned for more future content. Now back to Arlington. Well, Arlington is a big place with close to almost 400,000 people and almost 100 square miles. It's about 25 minutes from both downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth, assuming no horrible traffic. Plus, it's just about 20 minutes from the DFW International Airport, making it super convenient. And the average income here sits around $80,000 a year. Now, if you're into sports, concerts, and amusement parks, Arlington, I'm telling you guys, is the place to be. It's close to Dallas, it's close to Fort Worth, and it has access to even more big attractions. Now, at the beginning of the video, I did mention the AT&T Stadium is home to the Dallas Cowboys. This huge stadium can hold about 100,000 people and has a retractable roof. It cost well over $1 billion to build and hosts not just football games, but also the Cotton Bowl, the Big 12 championships, concerts, and even rodeos. Now, just down the street is also Globe Life Park, now home to the Texas Rangers baseball team, who just won the entire World Series last year. It also is a brand new stadium, only a few years old, and thankfully this one does have a retractable roof and air conditioning, making it comfortable even in the hot summers. Now, if you're familiar with the old ballpark nearby, just across the street, that is now called the Choctaw Park, and it's used for soccer and arena football. Also nearby is Six Flags over Texas, which is another huge attraction slash theme park, and even has a water park of its own. Now, Arlington has over 80 parks, playgrounds, and trails. Now, the standout is River Legacy Park, a beautiful spot along the Trinity River with over 1,000 acres of forest. Now, you can hike, bike, or paddle here, and it's well maintained with amazing trails and plenty of parking. Now, if you're into water activities, check out the Joe Pool Lake. It is one of the smaller lakes in the DFW area, but it still has over 60 miles of shoreline and offers fishing, skiing, and boating. Now, there are also nice beaches, campgrounds, and hiking trails all throughout Joe Pool Lake. Now, Arlington is also famous for the Interlochen Christmas lights. Now, this 40-year tradition turns the neighborhood into a holiday wonderland every single December, with more than 200 homes participating. Now, moving over to the housing in Arlington itself, it offers honestly a wide range of housing options, from affordable condos, townhomes, to luxury estates. Now, home prices range anywhere from the low 200,000s, even upper 100s for a fixer-upper, all the way up to multiple million-dollar homes with a median price of about $320,000. Now, homes here typically stay on the market for about 30 to 35 days, and the home ownership rate is only at about 56%. Now, the main reason here is there is a good portion of Arlington that has actually turned into a large short-term rental area, but then you also have a lot of long-term rentals throughout the city of Arlington, mostly just because of the affordability of the city itself. Now, the city of Arlington actually has banned short-term rentals as a whole, outside of a small pocket in which they allow it near kind of all of that entertainment area that I mentioned earlier in the video. So one thing that you can be rest assured about if you're looking at the city of Arlington potentially to relocate to or purchase a house in is you're likely not going to be sitting next door to a bunch of people that are just in and out like short-term rentals are, unless you get in that pocket, again, that small pocket near the entertainment district of Arlington. Now, with only having about 56% owner-occupied homes in the city of Arlington, you've got a small portion, as I just mentioned, that are going to be short-term rentals, but the rest are going to be long-term rentals, as I mentioned before, due to just the affordability of Arlington itself. So make sure that you're working with a realtor that actually understands the good and bad areas of the city of Arlington. I'm not specifically saying that certain areas of Arlington are going to be worse than others because they have more tenants versus actually individuals that own their houses, but the way that Arlington is actually orchestrated is there's definitely certain pockets of Arlington that are far superior than other areas. And that actually leads me to my next part, where Arlington residents can be zoned to different school districts, including Arlington ISD, Mansfield ISD, and HEB ISD. Now, Arlington ISD is the largest, serving about 56,000 students. And Arlington also has several private schools like Oak Ridge and many homeschooling options. Now for higher education, there's also the University of Texas at Arlington and a branch of the Tarrant County College in Arlington as well. Now, as I've mentioned multiple times on this channel, throughout basically every single video I talk about a specific city in, I used to be a high school math teacher. So I am very familiar with school districts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And my suggestion when it comes to the city of Arlington, make sure you're doing your due diligence and research when it comes to that specific house that you're potentially looking in, or the areas of Arlington that may be intriguing, and making sure that they align with what you're looking for when it comes to school districts. Now, school districts ultimately may not even be something that you personally care about when it comes to purchasing a house or residing in a specific area of a city. But my personal opinion here, being a real estate investor myself, as well as a real estate agent that hopefully can represent you in purchasing a house, is school districts, regardless if you're going to take advantage of them or not, whether or not you have kids in school or maybe you're looking to retire and settle down, it's still going to play a vital role in the growth of the area, as well as potential appreciation in the long run when it comes to purchasing a house in the right area. Now, the biggest employers in the city of Arlington are going to be the school district, UTA, General Motors, and Texas Health Resources. Now, Arlington is a great place for jobs as well because it's close to both Dallas and Fort Worth. Now, the downside to Arlington is you get a lot of people commuting from Dallas to Arlington, or maybe Fort Worth to Arlington, or vice versa, just people being able to commute to one or another just because how central the city of Arlington is. Now, a lot of the traffic, especially around the entertainment district, if you drive through Arlington right now, you're probably very familiar with it, but there's a ton of construction going on with the freeway there. Now we're nearing kind of the end portion of all the craziness there, so hopefully here soon it's going to be much better than it was prior, but don't expect to be driving to or from Arlington and not sitting in any traffic, because the unfortunate side of things is it is a very busy area. But again, it does come with very affordable housing and the convenience of just being very centrally located here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, the cost of living here is similar to kind of the rest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Texans can choose their own utility providers, and water and trash services are provided by the city. Now, Arlington's main roads can get super busy, as I just mentioned, especially during rush hour or when the events are happening. Cooper Street and highways like I-20 and I-30 can certainly get backed up, and the city's walkability score is only 38 out of 100, so you definitely need a car here. And not just really the city of Arlington. I tell people what is certainly different here with the DFW area is a car is a necessity. Even if you're, let's say, a college student potentially locating to any of the college campuses that we have here anywhere in DFW, you're still going to need a car. You're still going to need a car for anything that you want to do here. You may be able to live down the road from a college campus, but if you want to go out and do anything, a car, again, is a necessity. And that basically sums it up with the city of Arlington. If you do have any questions specifically about the city of Arlington, or really anything about DFW as a whole, leave a comment in the comment section down below, or reach out to me via the description. I'm going to leave all of my contact information there, as well as a pinned comment. You can shoot me an email, shoot me a text, or reach out to me directly on Instagram. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you do have any cities that you want me to cover in the near future, just make a comment down below and I'll make sure to film an entire video about that specific city or area.